Welcome to Click to Client, the podcast for business owners, marketers, and entrepreneurs who want to attract better leads, convert more sales, and build scalable marketing systems. Hosted by the team at Mouthpiece Interactive, we cover everything from lead generation and sales funnels to automation tools, email marketing, content strategy, and growth hacks, all designed to help you turn traffic into paying clients with less time, money, and effort. Learn how to optimize your digital marketing, CRM, and conversion workflows. Let's get started with your hosts, Maddie and Rex.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to really get into the topics that matter for you.
Yeah.
And today, wow, we're tackling something huge, lead generation. But not just the basics. We're asking, how do you really fuel your business with the right customers? Especially now, when everything seems to be changing so fast. We've got some great sources lined up, foundational guides, expert predictions, even some really cool practical AI methods. Our mission, give you that solid base and a peek into where this is all headed so you can actually use this stuff today.
That's exactly the right question to ask. Because, the goal is always the same, connect with potential customers. But the how, well, that's constantly shifting, isn't it? Our sources give us a really broad view from the tried and true basics to the big AI shifts coming down the pipeline, especially in B2B, maybe as soon as 2026. It's strategy meets tech, really.
Absolutely. I mean, for anyone in marketing or running a business, lead gen is it's the lifeblood.
Yeah.
But maybe let's just quickly define it just so we're all on the same page as we get into the future stuff. We're talking about identifying and cultivating potential customers, right? Leads.
Precisely. Finding them, nurturing them, with the goal of them becoming paying customers. It's the engine, like you said. Yeah, all our sources hammer this home. No leads, your business isn't growing. It might even shrink. It really is like fuel. You could have the best product, the slickest operation, but without new prospects coming in, you're stuck.
And it's not just about getting any name on a list.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big difference people talk about. Cold versus warm leads.
Yeah.
So a cold lead, they have no idea who you are, basically. You're reaching out first.
Right. Total strangers to your brand. Whereas a warm lead, they've shown some interest. Maybe they clicked an ad, downloaded something, visited your site. They have some awareness. They've kind of opted in,
Okay, and that matters because...
Well, warm leads are generally, much more likely to convert. They're further down the funnel. They're closer to buying or hopping on a sales call.
Makes sense.
But, and this is crucial, you can't just focus on warm leads, especially if you want to scale. Cold outreach, finding those cold leads, it's essential for growth, for building that initial awareness that eventually creates more warm leads. You need both.
Got it. So understanding who you're after is step one. But then, how do you actually get these leads? Let's talk about the traditional ways, the foundations.
Yeah.
Because they still matter, right? Even with all the new tech.
Absolutely, they're the bedrock.
Okay, so our sources, including like a full course we looked at, break down a few main types. First up, inbound. This is where you attract people to you with helpful content, blog posts, social media, that kind of thing.
Exactly. You provide value, solve a problem, and they find you. It's more organic. Pull, not push.
But it takes time, I guess.
It can, yeah. It's a longer play. Which brings us to the flip side. Outbound. This is where you're actively reaching out. Phone calls, emails, maybe even direct mail. Tailored messages.
More direct, potentially faster results.
Potentially. But, the sources warn it can feel intrusive if you don't do it right. Personalization is key there, not just blasting generic messages. Respect matters.
Right, that personalization piece seems huge.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? There's referral, right? Getting existing customers to recommend you.
Ah, yes. Referrals, often seen as the gold standard.
Why is that?
Because the trust is already there. Someone they know vouches for you. That lead comes in pre-warmed, basically. Incentives can help, sure, but it's built on that existing goodwill.
Okay, referrals are powerful. Then there's event lead generation, like trade shows, conferences.
Face-to-face stuff, great for building rapport quickly, but as our sources point out, it takes a lot of time, and honestly, it can get pretty expensive. Travel, booths, tickets, it adds up.
Yeah, I could see that. And the last main one is paid lead gen, using ads like Google or Facebook.
Exactly. Platforms where you can target specific groups based on demographics, interests, behavior.
Super effective for reaching lots of people fast, I bet.
Definitely effective, but also potentially super expensive if you're not careful. You really need to manage those campaigns, optimize them constantly, or you can burn through cash fast.
So lots of different channels there.
Yeah, and the key takeaway, really, connecting these pieces, is that these traditional methods are the foundation. Businesses need to get these right, often using a mix of them, before layering on more advanced stuff. They're the fundamental ways you connect.
Okay, so we have these methods, But just doing them isn't enough, is it? How do you make sure they actually work?
Yeah.
That you're getting good leads, not just noise? What are the, non-negotiable best practices?
Great question. Strategy is everything. Our sources consistently point to 5 core best practices. First, and maybe most important, define your target audience. Really, really define them.
More than just age and location.
Oh, way more. Demographics, sure, but also psychographics. What are their challenges? Their goals? What makes them tick? You need that deep understanding to create messages that actually land. Without it, you're flying blind.
Okay, know your audience inside out. What's next?
Number 2, offer something genuinely valuable. A free guide, a webinar, a discount, whatever. Something that helps them, builds trust, shows your expertise.
And valuable means actually useful, not just generic fluff.
Exactly, solves a real problem. Then third, use multiple channels. Don't just rely on email or just social. Mix it up. Reach people where they are. Increases your chances of connecting.
Makes sense. Spread your bets. And once you get that initial contact, that lead, then what?
Crucial step 4, follow-up. So many leads get lost here. You need a process to nurture them. Timely emails, maybe a call, personalized follow-ups. Build that relationship over time. Don't just grab the email and vanish.
Nurturing, not just collecting.
Precisely. And finally, number 5, measure your results. Track everything. What's working, what's not. Use that data to tweak your strategy. Optimize constantly. Data-driven decisions are key.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And to actually do all this efficiently, you probably need some tools, right? Software.
Oh, absolutely. Technology is a massive enabler here. Our sources mention a few key types. You've got specific lead generation software tools that help automate finding prospects, grabbing contact info, sometimes even sending initial messages. Then CRM, customer relationship management software. This is vital.
For managing the leads once you have them.
Exactly. Tracking interactions, scheduling follow-ups, managing that whole relationship lifecycle. It's your central hub for lead intelligence. You also need good email marketing software, still a workhorse for targeted outreach and nurturing campaigns. And social media management software helps you handle your presence across different platforms, engage people, and pull in those inbound leads.
So a whole tech stack, potentially.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah. But here's the thing. These tools are amazing for efficiency, for infrastructure, but they don't replace the human element. You still need the strategy, the right message, the understanding of your audience. The tools amplify your efforts. They don't create the core message or the relationship. That's still on you.
That's a really important distinction, because some strategies rely heavily on that human understanding and take longer to pay off, but the rewards can be huge, right? Those long-term investments.
Yes, exactly. We're talking things that might take, 6 months, maybe even 12 months to really start showing results. But when they do, they can generate leads consistently, often at a lower cost per lead, for years.
Like what? What are we talking about here?
Well, a big one is organic social media. Not just random posts, but consistently building a real following, establishing yourself as an authority on, say, YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram. Done right, this creates a steady flow of warm, qualified leads who already feel like they know you and trust you. It's about building that brand equity.
Okay, organic social. What else is a long game?
SEO, search engine optimization. Getting your website ranked high in Google for the right keywords.
The holy grail for some,
Yeah.
but notoriously slow, right?
Oh yeah, it can take a year, 2, 3 years, sometimes longer, depending on how competitive your space is. It's a marathon. But get it right, and you get consistent, relevant traffic and leads coming to you pretty much passively. The sources do warn, though, watch out for fake experts in SEO, and know it takes real time and often money.
Good caveat.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier that SEO itself is kind of shifting because of AI search.
Precisely. That concern about SEO's future perfectly tees up where this whole conversation is heading. The ground is definitely moving.
Before we jump fully into AI, is there another long-term one?
Yes, PR public relations. Getting featured in the media, like an article in a major publication that links to your site. This leverages someone else's audience, gives you huge credibility, and drives really warm leads. But it's often expensive and usually requires something genuinely newsworthy or having a recognized thought leader. Not easy to pull off.
Okay, so those are the long-term plays. Now, let's get into the really exciting, maybe slightly scary part, AI. You mentioned the Unbound B2B article. It sounds like experts are predicting some massive changes in B2B lead gen, like by 2026. This isn't just about chatbots anymore, is it?
Not even close. We're talking fundamental shifts. The experts in that piece are painting a picture of AI going way beyond simple automation. For instance, Aitana Arias talks about precision and humanity at scale. Think about that. AI won't just automate tasks, it'll understand when to engage, how to engage, why to engage, using real-time adaptive messaging. This actually frees up humans, the marketers and sellers, to focus on the deeper relationship building, the nuance. And then you have folks like Stein Hendricks and Nick Strada talking about signal over noise. This is critical. AI makes creating content super cheap and fast, so everyone can churn out tons of generic stuff.
Right, the internet gets flooded.
Exactly. So the real differentiator won't be volume, it'll be originality. High-quality human input. Specificity, a unique point of view, stuff that AI can't just replicate easily. Generic content will just disappear into the background noise. Your brand needs a real voice.
Wow, okay, so paradoxically, as AI gets better, the human input becomes more valuable, not less.
That's precisely what Catherine Hunter-Bledin and Michelle Curtis are saying. They stress the indispensable human element. Even with things like agentic AI, these are AI systems that can basically act like smart agents, planning and doing complex tasks on their own. Human creativity, empathy, judgment, those soft skills, they become paramount.
Like reading the room, building actual trust.
Exactly. AI handles the grunt work, the analysis, maybe even initial outreach. But humans drive the deals, handle the complex negotiations, build the real rapport. AI frees us up for those uniquely human moments. And others, like Sumantra Mukherjee and Benjamin Rootstein, see AI enabling predictive, personalized, permission-based journeys. Moving away from just blasting everyone that old spray and pray towards using AI to understand real intent signals early. AI can then build dynamic buyer journeys that adapt automatically, giving you, as they say, the right leads earlier and with better context.
So the AI figures out what someone really needs, maybe before they even know it, and tailors everything.
That's the idea. Imagine tailoring large language models like ChatGPT specifically with your company's data and deep prospect insights to create hyper-relevant interactions. But there are concerns too. Linda Poffel and Brittany Rycroft talk about content quality and the need for first-party research. They mention worries that maybe over half the content online soon could be AI-generated, potentially lowering the overall quality and trustworthiness.
Right, if AI is just trained on other AI content.
Yeah, it can become an echo chamber. So their point is, marketers need to become first-party researchers, create unique data, unique insights, unique experiences, things that are original that AI can then analyze rather than just regurgitating what's already out there. You need to feed the AI something valuable and unique to get value out.
Yeah.
And one more big shift Camille Bartel mentions, moving from SEO to GEO.
GEO. Generative Engine Optimization.
Exactly. Optimizing your brand and content to show up favorably within the answers generated by AI tools like ChatGPT or Google's AI search results. Being visible in the AI's answer becomes crucial, maybe even before someone clicks a link or starts a traditional sales process. It's a whole new way discovery might happen.
Okay, my head is spinning a little. So, pulling this all together, what's the big takeaway for someone listening right now? It sounds like the future isn't AI or humans, but AI and humans working smarter.
That's it, precisely. It's about leveraging intelligent automation, sure, but combining it with deep human understanding, creativity, and empathy. Using AI as this incredibly powerful strategic partner, focusing on relevance, quality, originality, and building genuine trust. It's less about shortcuts, more about amplification.
Okay, that makes sense. But hearing about all this advanced AI, it might feel overwhelming. People might wonder, okay, great, but how do I actually start using AI for leads now without needing a PhD or a huge budget?
Let's break down that free method Helena Liu shared. It sounded really practical.
It is. It's clever because it uses tools most people already have access to or can get for free. Step 1 is finding leads using specific Google search queries. She gives this great template. It looks something like site.instagram.com, lifecoaches@gmail.com, rr@yahoo.com, or rr@hotmail.com.
Okay, so you tell Google the website like Instagram or LinkedIn. Right. Then the niche you're targeting, life coaches, plumbers, dentists, whatever. And then you list common email domains, in quotes, separated by RR. This tells Google, find me profiles on this site in this niche that publicly list an email address from one of these providers.
And this actually works.
Apparently, yes. It can pull up hundreds, maybe thousands of potential leads with their contact info right there in the search results. Okay, step 2. Scrape and format the data using ChatGPT. Once Google gives you that big list of results, you literally just select everything on the page, Control plus A or Command plus A, and copy it.
Just copy the whole messy page.
Yep. Then you paste all that raw text into ChatGPT, and you give it a clear prompt like, format the data below into a table with columns for full name, company name, website URL, email, and phone number. And ChatGPT does the work of cleaning it up and structuring it into a nice, neat table, like magic.
Wow, okay. That's clever. So now you have a clean list. What's step 3? Automating the outreach.
Exactly. Using a tool like make.com, which has a generous free tier, similar to Zapier, if people know that, you take the table from ChatGPT and put it into a Google Sheet. Then you set up an automation. Make calls them scenarios. The trigger is, watch for new rows in my Google Sheet.
So every time you add a new lead.
Right. But here's a really important detail. Set the frequency carefully. Don't have it run instantly for every new row if you add hundreds at once. Set it to run, say, once every hour, or maybe process only a few leads per run.
So you don't get flagged as a spammer by sending hundreds of emails instantly.
Precisely. Slow and steady wins the email race. The action in make.com is then send an email using your Gmail account. And you use dynamic fields from the Google Sheet to personalize it. The recipient's email goes in the TOSI field. You can use their company name in the subject line, like question about company name, and maybe their first name in the email body.
Okay, personalization is key. And what about the email content itself? Keep it short, right?
Yes. Helena really stresses this. People are busy. Keep it super short, like under 3 sentences. Her example was something like, just wanted to ask if company name is taking on new clients currently. I run an AI automation agency that helps businesses like yours improve conversions by up to 60% in 90 days. Mind if I send over a quick report explaining how?
Short, direct, offers value, asks a simple yes-no question.
Exactly. Easy to read, easy to respond to. And once this whole system is set up, it just runs. It finds leads, formats them, and reaches out automatically.
That is powerful. Free, pretty easy to set up, and it works while you sleep. It takes that AI potential and makes it really tangible for almost anyone.
Wow, what a deep dive that was.
Yeah.
We went from the absolute basics, cold versus warm leads, inbound versus outbound, through best practices, long-term plays like SEO and PR, all the way to these huge AI shifts predicted by experts, looking ahead to 2026, and wrapped up with a concrete free AI method you can literally try today. It's fascinating stuff. And my final thought really is this. The future here isn't about machines replacing us, not at all. It's about using this incredible technology to amplify our human ability to connect, to personalize, to build real trust, but doing it much smarter and, at scale. It's that blend, the intelligent automation doing the heavy lifting combined with genuine human understanding and creativity. That's where the magic will happen, cutting through all the noise.
Couldn't agree more. So for everyone listening, think about how you can use these insights. Maybe it's finally nailing your cold outreach process. Maybe it's investing seriously in organic social for that long-term authority. Or maybe it's time to experiment with some of these AI tools, like the method we just discussed. Whatever it is, remember the core principles. Know your audience deeply, offer undeniable value, and focus on building trust. Stand out by being human, amplified by tech. What's the first step you're going to take after hearing this?
That's a wrap for today's episode of Click to Client, where smart strategies turn clicks into customers. If you're ready to take what you've learned and actually put it into action, come join us inside the Click to Client community. It's where business owners like you get the tools, training, and hands-on help to grow faster, work smarter, and close more deals, all without burning out. You'll find resources, real conversations, and real people who want to see you win. Just head over to mouthpieceinteractive.com and get plugged in. Until next time, keep your funnels flowing, your leads warm, and your growth on autopilot. We'll see you in the community.